class we can study about determination of equilibrium income in short run. We know how to determine equilibrium when demand and supply equal. That time we will call it as equilibrium, means demand and supply will determine equilibrium. The demand and supply curve simultaneously determine the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Okay. In macroeconomic, two reasons are there for justification for price level is fixed. Okay, two reasons is there. First one, we are assuming an economy with unused resources, machineries, buildings and labors. In such a situation, the law of diminishing returns will not apply. Okay, then in second situation, second assumption that which will be changed later, price level does not vary even if the quantity produced changes, price level does not vary. That one is the another assumption which will be changed later. That one is the another assumption. Then we can go to the equilibrium. We know the equation. What is the consumption function? It is C autonomous consumption plus induced consumption is the consumption, total consumption of an economy. Here you can see C equal to autonomous consumption C bar plus induced consumption small c y. Okay, it depends on income. This consumption is depend on income. Okay, this consumption is depend on income. Okay, when income increasing, consumption also will increase. When income decreasing, that time consumption also will decrease. This is the consumption function. Okay, where C is an autonomous expenditure. You can see this C is an autonomous expenditure. This one we can write through a linear equation. Linear equation is equal to, instead of y we can write it as a plus bx. This is the linear equation. A plus bx is the linear equation. Here you can see this area A is the autonomous consumption. We know the equation. It is C plus, what is the equation? C plus small c into y. That one we written as a linear equation. Y equal to a plus bx. A means autonomous consumption. This is the induced consumption. Okay, in this diagram you can see x and y axis. In this one, with a linear equation, how we can draw? Okay, here this area is the autonomous consumption, this area is the autonomous consumption, and this is the induced consumption. Means when income increasing, automatically consumption also will increase. When income is this much, that time consumption this much only. When income increase this much, that time consumption increase this much. Okay, when income increase this much, that time consumption increase this much. This is the induced consumption. Okay, but here this line you can see, this line, this is the autonomous consumption. If income is there or income is not there, then also consumption will happen. That one is the autonomous consumption. If income is 0, then also consumption this much. When income is this much, that time also this autonomous consumption will happen. When income is this much, that time also autonomous consumption will happen. Means here you can see income is 0. That time also autonomous consumption is happening. That one is the autonomous consumption. Okay, then here through this linear equation we can derive consumption function. We can write here, this is the autonomous consumption. Okay, then here you can see the slope of the consumption small c. This is the induced consumption, and consumption function with intercept c bar, autonomous consumption. This one intercept with autonomous consumption. Okay, then this area is the autonomous consumption. This area is autonomous consumption, and this is the induced total consumption. Means total consumption means autonomous consumption plus CY, induced consumption, this one. Okay, then slope of the consumption function, we can write it as equal to tan alpha. Okay, we can write it as alpha, means it is like infinite. Okay, then here it is C equal to C bar plus CY. This is the autonomous consumption. Here next we can go through investment function. It is a graphical representation. There are two sources of final demand. The first is consumption and the second is investment. The investment function was shown as I equal to I bar. That one already we studied. Okay, then investment function, it is a straight line. It is parallel to this axis, y axis. Then here you can see in this I is an autonomous, and which means the same no matter whatever the level of income. Suppose here or here income, then also this investment is happening. What is the reason? Because government will spend for investment. That one is government duty, public expenditure is there. Okay, then we can draw we understood the investment function. Investment function means it is a straight line, and consumption function means it is like this. Okay, first autonomous consumption, from there it is like this. That one is the consumption function. And aggregate demand, here you can see aggregate demand graphical representation. Aggregate demand function shows the total demand, consumption plus investment. Okay, total demand equal to consumption plus investment. Okay, here we can see this one. Here you can see consumption, here it is investment. Okay, then this consumption plus investment is the aggregate demand. First this one autonomous consumption plus induced consumption. This is the investment function. We can take the aggregate of these two functions and we can write it as C bar plus I bar plus CY. Okay, that one is the aggregate demand. Okay, when we are adding this investment function and consumption function, we can draw a line above this one. That one is the aggregate demand. Autonomous consumption plus autonomous investment plus CY, induced consumption. That one is the induced income. Okay, then that one is the aggregate demand. Okay, then aggregate demand function is the parallel to the consumption function. It is parallel to the consumption function. We know it is parallel to the consumption function. Okay, then supply side macroeconomic equilibrium. In macroeconomic theory, then we understood aggregate demand equation equal to C bar plus I bar plus CY. That one is the aggregate demand equilibrium. Then here we know this is the investment function. This is the investment function. This is the consumption function. Then now we can study about supply side of macroeconomic equilibrium. Okay, we already studied microeconomic demand and supply. When demand equal to supply, their equilibrium will determine. In this one also, in macroeconomic theory, it is aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Okay, aggregate supply or the GDP is assumed to smoothly move up or down since they are unused resources of all types available. Whatever is the level of GDP, that much will be supplied and price level has no role to play. Here you can see the 45-degree line has the feature. We know this is the 45-degree line. Okay, this one is the aggregate supply curve. Okay, then suppose GDP is rupees 1000 at this point. Okay, then we know the answer is that supply corresponding to point A at point B equilibrium. We can go to equilibrium. X and A aggregate demand and supply together in a diagram. We can go to equilibrium. X and A aggregate demand equal to X and A aggregate supply. That one is the equilibrium. Okay, here you can see we already here we studied about aggregate demand curve. Okay, this is the shape of aggregate demand curve. This is the shape of aggregate supply curve. Then where the aggregate demand curve, this is the aggregate supply curve. We know aggregate demand curve, how it is. It is like this, okay, aggregate demand curve, and this is the aggregate supply curve. This is the aggregate. Where this aggregate demand equal to supply, that one is the equilibrium. You can see in this diagram X and A means plant aggregate demand equal to plant aggregate supply. That one is the equilibrium. You can see the equilibrium point. This is the equilibrium point. X and A aggregate demand equal to X and A aggregate supply. That one is the equilibrium. Okay, then here we understood that X and A aggregate demand equal to X and A aggregate supply. That one is the equilibrium. Then what is the equation for X and A aggregate demand? It is autonomous consumption plus autonomous investment plus induced consumption, means CY. Okay, then induced income. Then that one we can write it as equal to Y. We can write it as Y into 1 minus C equal to autonomous consumption plus investment, autonomous investment. Then we can write it as autonomous consumption plus autonomous investment divided by 1 by C. This is the equilibrium of X and A aggregate demand and supply. Okay, then aggregate demand and supply equilibrium. This is the equilibrium point where the supply curve, aggregate demand curve equal to aggregate supply curve. Okay, we know aggregate supply curve, it is a 45-degree line and it will start from this point, from 0. We studied here, it will start from this point. Whenever we know how we studied about supply curve. Okay, then where the aggregate supply equal to demand, that equilibrium point we are calling it as equilibrium of aggregate demand and supply. Okay, then effect of an autonomous change in aggregate demand on income and output. We have seen that the equilibrium level of income depends on aggregate demand. If aggregate demand changes, the equilibrium level of income also will change. Okay, we know automatically we know when the income changes, demand also will change. Okay, then equilibrium also will change. When some changes happening, what will happen? Suppose income changes, then demand also will change, then equilibrium also will change. Okay, then these are the reasons. Change in consumption. What is the reason for change in consumption? First one, change in autonomous consumption and change in induced consumption. These two factors will lead to change in consumption. Maybe autonomous consumption changed or induced consumption change. Otherwise, change in investment. Okay, we have assumed that investment does not depend on income. Okay, there are number of variables other than income which can affect the investment. One important factor is availability of credit. Okay, there are number of variables. Suppose people are getting getting so much of loan, or they are getting credit. Okay, then another factor, interest rate. Interest rate is the cost of investable fund. Okay, then higher interest rate, we know if interest rate is more, automatically investment also will what will happen? Lower firms tend to lower investment. Okay, then interest rate is the cost of investable fund. At the higher interest rate, firms tend to lower investment. Then we can study about an example in next class.